Our next guest was the former head and current honorary senior professor at the Department of Parasitology Faculty of Medicine for the University of Malaya. He has generated more than 160 scientific papers, present more than 270 conference papers, and written several chapters in publication by the World Health Organization. He has supervised more than 100 electives, diploma, graduate, and postgraduate students, including at doctoral level. He has won many national and international awards, including the National Young Scientist Award. He has conference a fellow to the Malaysian Academy of Science in 2015, and the prestigious Sandushan Gold Medal for outstanding contribution to the field of parasitology and tropical medicine. Professor Dr. Suresh Govind was the former National Council President at the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization in Malaysia. He has been instrumental in many nation-building programs in the country and has traveled extensively around the world upon invitation to speak to youth, educators, and members of the Organization on Human Values and Selfless Service. He has authored 7 books, mainly on human values and the universal teaching of Bhagavan Baba. He is currently a member of Prashanti Council Chair of the Sri Sathya Sai Scriptural Studies Committee and the coordinator for community engagement under the SSSIO Public Outreach Committee, as well as the coordinator for the Friendship Group of Interreligious Service in Malaysia, which includes members from all the major religious groups in Malaysia. Please welcome this servant on the Experiment to Experience talk.
Bhagavan, Swami, by the infinite grace, love, and compassion of Bhagavan Baba, we are here on the second day of this beautiful conference, attended by so many wonderful devotees, sinking and soaking in the divine vibrations of love. So, the topic that I'm supposed to speak about is from experiment to experience. Experience is what we need. Baba said, come, experiment me, experience me, then accept me. The Vedic declarations are all, the Shrutis are nothing more but manifestation of experience by the sages. So we need to move into experience. So there was this boy, went to his uncle, very successful uncle, very entrepreneurial, extremely rich person, very successful. So this boy went to him, uncle, why? How come you became so successful? The uncle said, my son, 2 words, 2 words. So son said, what are the 2 words? Good decisions, good decisions. Uncle, how did you make those good decisions? 1 word, 1 word. What is that word? Experience. Uncle, how did you get that experience? 2 words. What are they? Bad decisions. so therefore, everybody, in order for us to learn, we need to move from the safe comforts of where we are. Sometimes, very often, spirituality can also lend us a pseudo feeling of comfort. And we think that's all it is. Interestingly enough, 30, 40 years ago, your house had black and white TV. But your house now don't have black and white TV. You have color TV and then the big TV and touch screen TV and smart TV. The experience of watching TV enhanced. Those days, you had land phones. And when you had land phones, then we had the Motorola phones. You know, the big, huge suitcase type of phones. That morphed into Nokia phones. Then went into small phones. And today, all of you have smartphones. Why? Because the experience is towards enhancing your experience in every sense of the word. If that being the case, in the material world, advancement is all because of experience, then in the spiritual world, experience also is what we need. Very often you find when we get into that experience state, it comes to a point in which we become complacent. In the first two lines of Sathya Sai Vahini, first two lines, Baba said, this is exact his words. The process of living must finally reach the attainment of the Supreme. Attainment of the Supreme is meant by attaining Atma. Stop, period. In that first two lines summarizes the entire purpose of life and the objective of life. You can have many things in life. Everything you can have. These are all incidental purposes, as how Prema Vahini in the end, Baba said that banana tree or plantain tree is planted. You can have banana leaf. Banana leaf is for eating. You can wrap it up. You can have banana bark. That barks can be used for branches. All this can be bridges. All these are incidental purposes of banana plant. But the real purpose of planting a banana plant is to get banana. So the real purpose of our human life is to attain the highest. Baba said in the same Sathya Sai Vahini, I asked Swami, Bhagavan, actually this fault is yours, Swami. You know why? You made the world so enthralling, so engaging, so beautiful. As a result, my senses are caught in the world. Then how am I to devote my time for you? My senses are caught. Yeah, but didn't you read another line which I said? Maya is also my intrinsic nature. If that is the case, Swami, then how am I to cross? You said Maya is also yours. You have reality. Then how am I to cross? Didn't you see that my point of this is that it's because Maya is also there. There is another line that you forgot. Well, some of you have gone for safari. You saw all those animals there. What is the difference between the animals and us? Papa said also, your human beings are the only beings. Sir. See, when we say divine, when we say divine human beings, all of you are walking in. Very, very timely. So human beings are the only ones, Papa said, the intelligence is developed to the zenith level in which it can visualize and experience Atma. Animal kingdom cannot. Only human beings have that ability to do so. Therefore, everything is moving towards experience. But in these workshops that you have had so far, there are three. Baba, we also caught in this situation where you're saying we must transcend, we must come, we must come. How to come? Look, we have got three. We are sitting at the physical level. We are here at the physical level, and this is the senses in the world, and the senses are so captivated by the world. Yeah, but didn't you read? I already told you, Jnanam can come. This is called Sahaja Jnanam, which means the senses are capturing this information. This animal kingdom also have this. There's nothing great about this. So now we sit in the emotional level. This is a second faculty that human beings have. And the emotional level, add texture of emotions to the experiences. It is here we are supposed to do adoration. There, at the service level, at the physical level, we are supposed to do service. And then Baba said, even this is not so great. When you come to the intellectual level, Baba said, this jnanam is called yukta jnanam, where the intellect has the capacity to discriminate, contextualize, visualize. So we are able to analyze. Only we can do that. Analyze. Is this enough? Baba said, even this is not enough. There's another jnanam that you must have. Deva Prita jnanam, which means from the fact, whatever you do in this world, we must do it because loving God. We are prompted by God. But Baba, these three physical, we are not even integrated here. At the physical level, I see a laddu. Ayo, I want that laddu. I want that laddu. Ayo, I want to eat. My senses want to eat. And then this mind is telling me, eat the laddu. After all, what difference does it make? Eat as much as you can. But my intellect level says, you cannot eat that laddu because you are diabetic. My three personalities are not integrated. At any one point of time, it is not integrated. When such a disintegrated individual, how am I to achieve the fourth one, which is the Atma? Think. We have to think. Now we are trapped in these three. And all of us are doing only, we are experiencing and we are enhancing our experiences, trapped by these three limitations. Baba says, this is the reason why I came in the previous life. I came as Lord Krishna. You must have known my biography. When Krishna was born, he was born in a jail. I told him, Avatar, you're a decent avatar. You could have been born in a maternity home or anything like that. Krishna told me, no, it is not. The reason why I was born in a jail is to indicate to you that all of us are born in a jail, like me. But the difference is that the moment I was born, the jail doors opened. I came out. That is why they call me Paramatma and you only a Jivatma. So the teacher is telling now that we have to cross these three to reach him, to reach the Atma. Baba, you are even fantastic. You never said boys and girls. You never even said ladies and gentlemen. You said Atma Swarupalara, divine Atma, embodiment of Atma. You defined us. You described us. What you are telling, why are you continuously reveling in these three levels? Why don't you come there? Baba, it's difficult. I know it is difficult. That is why I created the Sai centers and I created the Sai organization. For what purposes? For us to do sadhana, effort. So this sadhana is for us to disengage ourselves from the physical, mental, intellectual, unplug ourselves from here and plug it to the Atma. But Baba, one more point. It is difficult also. It is nice in theory because you see this inspiration that we will have for 3 days, 4 days, in 10 days, this whole experience might just be a dream, a hallucination, an imagination. Next thing we'll be looking for is the next retreat which we'll be coming to. So after every retreat, we must take back powerful messages in order for us to transcend. Why? Because time is limited. As you can see, even as I speak now, I can see my time on the stage is limited. And like this in life, time, the clock is ticking. By the time the clock finishes, we have to realize this. This is our ultimate goal. But it is ticking. But if we keep on engaging and engaging, you find this world will deceive us because it is a very seductive world. It will train us. It will consume us. So what do we do? Baba gave one amazing truth. Baba said, this is why I've given you the Gayatri Mantra. What did I do? I told you the Gayatri Mantra is to illuminate. Vargo devasya dhimahi diyo yona prachodayat. The divine effulgence of the Atma is supposed to illumine my intellect. What will my intellect do? I will get brighter and brighter intellect. I will start making good decisions. This is why the youth was asking me, by going to spirituality, will you make good decisions? Powerful decisions. When you have very good decisions, what happens? Your mind is in control. When your mind is in control, the senses become control. Slowly, slowly, I changed my direction. This direction, if I continue to go, that is called Pravritta Marga, expansion of ego. But if my intellect is, I slowly turn and look at God. And I have no other choice. The mind has to come. And my senses will only have aspirations for divine. And then I go to Nivritti Marga. Now I look only at the Atma. I'm only interested in you. Then Swami said, the river even has that consciousness to merge into the ocean. Why is it that humanity has forgotten? Because the senses are betraying all the time. Because it is that way in which the world has been created. This is why the intellectual has to develop a discrimination. For this reason and this reason alone, we have that workshop, service, adoration, and illumination. We asked you to sit only in that workshop. We never told you to go anywhere. Why? Because you come into the spiritual movement, you can come through service, you can come through bhakti, or you can come through jnana. You can come through any one of these. But the trick of the game is not to remain there. So people who are having bhajans and continuously bhajan, now you start looking at seeing whether you can expand and go towards seva. Or if you go and do always reading, study literature, you can go and now enter and do bhakti. So your expansion of consciousness, expansion of awareness. Why expanding? This is why the facilitators came to you. You sat where you sat. The facilitators came to you to teach you this thing so that you can see the connectivity. If you notice this is what the whole experience is. So not to stay in one point, but to now move to other points and integrate that. This is all specially designed, all by our Zone 9 chair. So this is why only facilitators moved. You remain where you are. For what purposes? For the purposes of, these questions were devised by the Sathya Sai Scriptural Committee for the purposes of nurturing spiritual growth. Unless we have that attitude of nurturing each spiritual growth, we must get that light. So today, we must make resolutions. What resolution? Whatever you make, that's why I was asking, how was the satsang? Very good. What insight you got? I got this. Okay, as a result of this insight, what will you do when you return back home? That's all. So the whole idea is to create better and better versions of ourselves, newer versions of ourselves, to have better and better state, because time is running out. You must understand, when this is the thing, when time is running out, it will just go. You mean the physical body may not be here for us to practice this sadhana also. So we must have implicit obedience. Once we experience the divine, and once we have convinced, once we are convinced, we don't need to worry about anybody else coming and telling us, jump here, jump there, or any other gurus coming and telling us. We will be remaining where we are remaining because we have the conviction of that experience. This experience is what we should need. Then we will not jump. We will not move here. We are steady, like Shabari. Shabari, that lady, if you ask me, she's a teenager. She went and found a guru. When she found a guru, she remained there. After some time, the guru went to the mountains and told, when Sri Rama comes, you serve. She, from teenage life, you must see, from teenage life to senior and finally elderly person, she was continuously waiting whole life for Sri Rama to come. And you know what was the first dialogue? When Sri Rama finally came, first dialogue she asked, who are you? Hey, how come you are serving you're waiting for him? Yeah, what to do? They didn't have TikTok or internet or anything like that. He didn't have a visualization of you in the form. She was preparing to meet the teacher or the master, and she didn't even know who he was doing. Why she did that? Implicit obedience to the guru, not jumping around and going here. He could have joined another organization. She could have joined another guru. She didn't. She waited there. And she continued this. This is amazing. Which means to say, by right, we should not be running after gurus. In fact, when we developed our sincerity, our steadfastness, our increasing faith, the guru will look for us. The other guru will look. A classic example will be in Urmila's case. She didn't follow Lakshmana to the forest. She waited at home. Only Lakshmana followed Sri Rama. When she returned back, Sri Rama went, when Urmila in the bedroom, this is true, Urmila's bedroom, Sri Rama used to go inside. And Lakshmana will be very surprised to see, why is my brother going to my wife's bedroom? It's not known, it's not a culture to do so. But the elder brother went into the wife's bedroom. After going to the wife's bedroom, he will come out, and Lakshmana looked at him like that. 2-3 times this happened. So when this happened continuously, one day he asked him, why are you doing this? If I tell you, you will not allow me to. So when she's sleeping there, what he does is he goes around Urmila. He goes around praying to Urmila. Lakshmana asks, why are you praying to her? Hey, I'm praying to her because she sacrificed for 14 years. When we sacrifice for God, when we live for God, when we give for God, when we breathe for God, it is He who will come to us. We need not jump anywhere. So the point of the story is, our sadhana is to direct this in this direction and create better fraternity, better togetherness. Our life, we must redeem our life. In this period, by the time we finish our life, we must attain what we have come for, not wait for another life. For these two purposes, there's only one purpose I saw. You can do mantra, you can do havan, you can do many things. One of the best, easiest way, find his mission. What is his mission? And dedicate our lives for his mission. Day and night, we possess, as what Anu said just now. You can have many type of madness, but the best madness to have is God madness. We possessed by the idea. Find ways and means to find what shall I do? In fact, after this session and tomorrow's session, you should be phoning your National Council presidents and asking, sir, I'm in Kenya. Is there anything else I can do for the organization? Ask this question. In your center, if you're going, what else can I do for the organization? Don't be like what some people, when you step down from the organization, you say, now I have finished my part. Let others do theirs. So you should stop chanting this mantra, because you'll find that whenever you finish your session, now you must find out, what else can I do? Don't let your motivation be the post and the position. Post and position are like tinsel and trash. It will just be gone. But the Atmic spirit in which we have come, relive this moment in which the most important thing is that this opportunity may not come again. We have a divine master who's also the avatar coming at the same time, giving us this opportunity. It may not happen again. When we have it, you must, every moment of your life, you should be feeling this intensity. Baba said in Jnana Vahini, Unless you have intensity and intention, the gates of knowledge will not open. Intensity is very critical. You may read one book today and keep it close and read it 2 days later or 3 days later. That may not be intensity. But when you read it with such fever, you find that you redirect our direction in life. You find that this then will be the way in which we can go. And that is what Sathya Sai organization is all about. All the time giving us hope, giving us life, giving us light, following what we should do, following our heart to the best of ability. What is the purpose of achieving Atma? You will have power. One great story, power. There was conflict here, almost riot. Everything came down. Why it came down? You think it was accidental? I think it is because of all the loving vibration that came down like water. The fire went away, isn't it? Everything came down. It must be because of the divine vibration. There was historically also, there was another incident when, so music, there's also another historic occasion when masters who had divine vibrations also calmed everything down. So in life, when we continue our life, transcending these three, our end will come. When the end comes, can we also listen to music like this? Can there be celestial music and divine music at the end, leading us to peace and happiness and experiencing I am Atma, Brahma, I am Atma, Srupa, and so on. These are the vibrations of love that we must constantly have. With these few words, thank you so much for this honor.